Beat me up, Scotty. Beat me up, Scotty.
We're here obviously with the 90s Baby Show, Fred Santana, Temi, Alchemy.
Yes.
Before their fourth show, is it?
Yeah.
Where are we at right now? First Camden.
Yeah.
How many we got in there today?
Could be between 150, 250.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it ballpark.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, these guys obviously, if you don't know, they got the podcast on YouTube, 90s Baby Show.
Yes.
How long has the podcast been running for? How long you got been?
4
4
years
years.
now.
4 years, yeah. And now we're getting into the live shows. It's always a good energy. Every show I've been to has always been good vibes.
Love.
You know what I'm saying?
Love.
In terms of like where it's scaling, every time I come, it's getting bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm,
Where are we taking this to? Where's this?
O2, bro.
Yeah.
O2.
I love that.
The O2.
20, yeah, O2
yeah.
into the O3.
15k.
Yeah.
How did it get started? Like, how did the podcast come about? Like, was it something you always had in mind of doing?
So we started 4 years ago. Me and Tem started working in like the same building basically, and it's lunchtime conversation with the homies, with the niggas. We can say that on the channel.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Come on, this is YouTube.
So with the niggas, innit? Like, we were just balling, and some people used to come up and say, "Oh, like, what you lot eating?" or "Why you guys always laughing so hard?"
Yeah.
Just looking at you lot mad, like, what do you mean, why are we laughing? And
Having a
then
good
we start
time.
to think, hold on a second, what is man funny? Yeah. So boom, innit, we said, alright, cool, we're gonna record a conversation. Fucked up the first 5 recordings. I think we recorded first on a camera, the audio was trash. Tried to take it to radar, Gavin wasn't having it. He was like, yeah, we're unprepared. So then we started recording on Skype, was it? Tem lost the first 2 recordings.
Every time.
Then we tried another platform. It recorded for 5 minutes, then stopped. Then we recorded 20 minutes, put it out as 5-minute teasers, and then we got cracking with the live show. So we started on our phones, and I'm running through it quick. It's like, then we ended up in an adventure playground studio with 1 mic. Then we ended up in a friend's studio, but it was like hella small, and we knew we always wanted to bring visuals in it. So we ended up getting a gig at Radar, and Gav was like, basically, yeah, you can record your podcast here too. So it was like lit, but we couldn't film.
Visuals.
Okay.
So it's almost a blessing in disguise that what happened. Not grateful for what actually happened, but that happened. Ended up buying our own equipment and saying we're at a position now where we have to keep going, innit? Because we can see that something can happen. It's like Gavin said, we're on like the edge of the cliff and something's gonna push us over. So equipment, buying our own in-house, innit? That's our push over. We pushed ourselves over, basically.
It's worked out well. It seems like you are consistent with the content, and it's really about what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? All the glitz and glam that goes with it is nice, it's delicious, but if you can make it happen with what you've got, that's great, innit? So what, in terms of like doing that, in terms of public speaking and being that confident, not everyone could do it. People look at it, they appreciate it. Or is that something you guys feel like it's always just been, just as you said, it was you?
I'm nervous right now. I like having nerves. If I'm not nervous, it's like I'm probably gonna put on a shit show, innit? I'm way too relaxed. I'm like, I must be at a point where I don't give a fuck. I want to give a fuck every time I'm about to step on stage, be it my own show or hosting someone else's show. I want to be nervous.
You need to have that pressure there. Otherwise, you're never gonna ever want to perform unless you feel like your back's against the wall. Unless you feel like, I really want to make sure everyone has a good time or make sure I put on a good show. So. Yeah, there's always that nerves. It's not easy, but you have to practice it. The more you get out there, the better it gets. It's humbling. Like I can't say enough. Like it's humbling. Like sometimes you feel like, this man, the superstars, man, VIP, but. Most of the time when people come up to you and they say, I love what you do, and they feel what you're saying, or they even say, you're inspiring me, like, you say like a 14-year-old came up to you in Carnival, or something like that, just saying, you lot inspire me, and you never know what you're actually doing, and then when people come back and say it, it's humbling. So, yeah, it feels good to have some, notoriety or people recognizing you, but I don't want to just be famous. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a celebrity, but I want to be recognized.
And even in like the title 90s Baby Show, it's not just for 90s babies, it's about bridging the gap between generations. So the fact a 14-year-old can relate as well as a 58-year-old can relate to, or even we can learn from a 58-year-old or teacher, and we can learn from a 14-year-old and teach him or her, and it's like, it's lit. It's really doing what we set out to achieve 4 years ago, and we had a 5-year plan. 5th year is next year. We reevaluate and set new goals. Like we set goals 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So we set more goals every year in terms of like, what do we want to achieve, what do we want to grow, but where do we want to be at a certain point, and what kind of content do we want to push throughout the year. So yeah, we know exactly what we want to do, and it's just staying consistent with it.
So what's the hot topics? Let's say hot topics of last year. What's the favourite episode? What's the hot topics? Any that stand out?
My favourite episode, I thought about this morning because we do get asked that a lot, is I got three. See, it always happens. I always think I got one, but I don't. I got one with my friend Vic. And I think it was like a lot of built up frustration from myself, where I finally said some things about people that are around me, and I've seen change, so that's good. Then there's the one with Demi and Eric Shango, who had the Barbershop Chronicles. I feel that was good for people to understand the types of conversation guys may have in a barbershop and things they go through. And one of the big things that came out of that is black boys having to cross the street to make other people feel comfortable, which is crazy, and people may not realize we do, and a lot of people realize that we do that now. So hopefully we can get to the crowd that we crossed the street for them to understand we're good people.
This is how we behave,
And then the other one was with Annie Joy. I feel that was an emotional episode from both mine and her part, and it showed people a side to men that they may not be used to seeing on YouTube. So those would be my top 3 this year.
My ones. Oh shoot! When was the one with my dad? Was that this year?
I think I think that was last year.
Might have been last year. Well, in general, that's definitely a favourite, just because just talking to my dad is just always bants. But him actually breaking down like the difference between like his generation, how he actually sees us. Like I've never had that sort of open communication with him. So that was good. Another one with Annie Drea, because that was just pure like everyone laying themselves bare, and we just had mad conversation that I was just thinking, we didn't even plan to talk about that. Do you get what I'm saying? And it just went that way because it's just a real show. And then another one. It's too much.
Yeah, that was good. I only said one, but you know,
it's
good that you're fans of the show. You know what I'm saying? That you can appreciate yourself and that. So just you touched on saying you had some goals and targets. It sounds like you spoke on paradigms, opening people's minds to like deeper content. It's funny, what you do is funny, it's relatable, but it's also got another level to it.
Yeah, there's jokes and jewels. We always try to say that, make sure there's jokes, because that's how people want to digest. That makes like all the jewels digestible. Do you get what I'm saying? When someone's preaching to you on the street saying Jesus Christ, you're just like, get out of my face. I don't want to hear that. But when someone's able to either make you laugh, and I've even found the people that preach, those that are smart and funny and witty, they get the message across better. So we always try to make sure there's jokes, because that's what we are. We love to joke, we have a good time, but we make sure there's always something deep in there as well, which is real to everyone that people can relate to.
It's a powerful show, man. Everyone should look out for that. Hit that up, subscribe to the channel. And obviously, just tell them where they can find you. I know they already probably know.
Shoot. So everywhere on all socials, that's Twitter, even Facebook if you're using it, and Instagram, that's at 90s Baby Show. My personal one is Temi Alchemy, TEMIALCHEMY. That's on Twitter and on Instagram.
I think everywhere. I'm Fred Santana, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I get people adding me on Snapchat at times, and I ain't put nothing on there for years.
So you're off to Snapchat?
Yeah, don't expect
nothing too much.
Instagram stories,
too much.
Instagram stories. I barely post like that. I just post funny memes and that. That's funny. But yeah, Fred Santana.
Let's watch the show, man. I'm looking forward to the show, man.
Lovely, man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Love, guys.
Who's 6 foot? Come, let's do it right now.
Right now, bro. Come, let's do it. Stand.
No, you're not 6 foot. Relax. Relax. I tell the truth, is he 6 foot? It's my show, you know. I'll kick you out, bro. Get out of it.
Ran past him and they shouted, stopped immediately.
Yeah, of course.
Thank God.
Of course. Of course.
I got down. I looked back at Snotty.
You gotta get me. Lock me up. Throw away the key. Lock me up.
Lock me up, bro.
Send me to jail.
I tell you what I know. Fred, Temi, they went to my school. We grew up. They went Archbishop, Tennyson's and all of that. And they just come out with 90s baby, man. It's proper.
What's your favourite part about the show?
Interacting with crowds.
Yeah.
You watch them online?
Yeah.
Yeah, favourite episodes?
The one with his dad, oh my gosh.
Yeah, his dad and Charlie May, so whatever, like, they're my two favourite shows.
They need to do like the VMAs.
Oh, you're so pretty.
That's a shout, innit? Or the Brits. Them man should do the Brits. Podcasters should do the Brits and them shows anyway. I reckon Tim and Fred could be the first ones to do the Brits or something like that.
It's the first time I've been to a live podcast still. I didn't think it'd pop as much, but boy, sold out.
Yeah, I just find them really funny. I like how rude they are. They're like rude banter. I'm into it.
It's Tori Sean, aka Fantasy Boy. You understand? Get me, come to support 90s baby. That's my brother from a long time, from knee high. So I have to come and show support, man.
I think it's not something that you look at and you're like, oh, they're not like us. Like they come from similar areas. All their stories seem relatable.
Well.
Yeah, and it's always interesting.
And
It's
yeah,
something
come
new.
to an event where we can all like get together, bust joke, have fun.
We need a bigger venue.
They're loving it. The people share nothing but love.
We 100% need a bigger one. It's mad. I thought we was going to be here for like at least 3 or 4 shows, but we got to level up already. I love it. It's good.
O2's coming sooner than expected.
I hope so. The energy's good, and I think the best part about that was how quiet everyone was during like the sickle cell bit, because that was probably for me the most important bit over the jokes and shit. But bare people don't know that it affects us, and we're the only ones that can cure it with our own blood, innit? Unfortunately, I can't do anything because I got the sickle cell trait. But hopefully someone in there from now goes to donate and helps out people like Dami and Alvin. And that's what it is.
Here we go, Tim.
What we saying?
What we saying? Half-time break. It's going well so
Half-time.
far, yeah. Good energies in the building. How you feeling
sure.
on the show so far? Everyone
I feel good, man. I feel good that man can talk about different issues, whether it be fun, jokes, or whether it be sickle cell, or what we're going to be doing with naming our kids. Like, that's what the show's about, jokes and jewels, man, all the time. Yeah, this one's games. Have some fun.
I'm loving the show. Come on, big things. Let's go to the O2 Arena. Remember we said it. No Games Entertainment. We're here, behind the scenes, 90s Baby Show. Go way back, as Sean said, way back. Loving to see what's happening. Everyone's having a good time, no issues, just fun and enlightenment. That's what it's all about. Yeah, no games. Let's get it. Subscribe to the channels. Yeah, subscribe to 90s Baby Show. Subscribe to No Games Entertainment. Get some real content in your life.
90s baby's crazy. Hey!